guys, my name is Ciara and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a favorites video. I have not done a favorites video since January, which is really bad. I guess you could call it a September favorites, even though we are still only halfway into September. All these products are very autumnal and they're ones that I have been loving recently. So let's get started. First up, I'm going to start with clothing and fashion, and then I'm going to move on to products. The first piece of clothing, well, it's really an accessory that I am obsessed with, are these boots. So every autumn winter I pick up a fresh pair of black pointed toe ankle boots and I proceed to live in them for the coming winter. These are this year's installment and I'm so impressed with them. So these boots are from the Kendall and Kylie autumn winter collection and I got them on Shopbop. When I was scrolling through Shopbop's feed, I was looking for a new pair of ankle boots and these really caught my eye. I love a pointed toe. I also love a Cuban heel, like a chunky Cuban heel, and these are just that. I also love, I can't remember what this is called, but like the little elastic bit makes them so much easier to get on, and they're also slightly higher here, so they cut quite high in your ankles. So yeah, I am obsessed with these. You know, when it comes to either real leather or imitation leather, it can be uncomfortable to break in new boots. These guys are incredible. They're made from real leather, but they're really soft, and to be honest, there's no breaking in required. And even when you like scooch down in them, it doesn't crease the leather. The price is about 170 euros, I think, and I will link them in the description below so you can take a look at them. So next up in my current favorites is this amazingness. Now I'm hoping it comes up as green as it is on camera, but it's basically like a very dark green suede jacket. I really wanted to get a really nice suede biker jacket, and I was lusting after, you know, the Veda versions. They're really expensive, but the price was just too much for me to justify, especially since I already had an investment biker in my wardrobe. So I was scrolling on Shopbop and then I found this one by Blank Denim. The quality of the suede, it's real suede, it's amazing quality. So I'm really impressed with that and I have been living in it. If you follow me on Instagram, which is at Ciara Doherty, you will have seen it already, and I think the green colour just goes with everything. It's so autumnal, it's a really rich colour. Oh, I'm just obsessed. I love it so much. I have also styled it in a recent style diary, so I will leave the link to that below. It's actually one that I'm wearing the ankle boots that I've mentioned in as well, so you can have a look at that blog post if you want to see the outfit that I put together. So next up in my favourites roundup is a bag, and it is my YSL blogger monogram bag, and I just don't think I could have done a favorites without mentioning it. Now I'm not going to talk about this too much because I've already covered everything you need to know about the bag in my other video, so if you want to know how much it cost and if you want to know how I got it 200 euros cheaper, then go and check out that video because it'll give you all the info. So yes, this bag is for sure one of my current favorites. So next up in my favorites roundup is a very recent purchase. So I have started regular vlogging recently. You'll know this if you checked it out. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. But it means that I have to carry some equipment around with me all the time. So usually I have my iPad, I have my Olympus camera, which I'm filming this on. I also have my Gorilla Pod, I have spare battery packs, and all the other bits and pieces that I need. When I need all of my gear, I have been using this. Oh, it's so beautiful. So this is a backpack from DKNY. So I picked up this bag only a couple of days ago from Kildare Village. I did an Ireland AM slot with them this Monday, and I then went and travelled down to do the drop back. So the stock that I pulled, I obviously dropped back to them, but I used it as an excuse to do a little bit of shopping, and I had my eye on these backpacks. So DKNY in Kildare Village is of course their last season stock, but it's at a discounted price, which is amazing. But they have a collection of unbelievable backpacks. They're all this style and this size, but they have them in canvas, they have them in leather. This is like a pebbly grained leather, but they just, oh, they have so many and they're amazing. But this one was the one that caught my eye. I'm not too sure what it's going to come up like on screen, but it is kind of a deep plum color. It's kind of like a burgundy. It's really dark though. I keep thinking that it looks black, which is great because it means it's going to go with everything. But it has gorgeous gold detailing. It has a little kind of luggagey tag thing here, and then of course it has the backpack straps. And you guys, I am freaking obsessed with this. It fits everything that I need. It's really comfortable, and I just think it looks really good quality and feel of it. Oh, I I love it so much. So this is definitely a current favorite because it is practical, it's comfortable, it fits everything I need, and it's really, really stylish as well. So yes, my backpack obsession is going nowhere. The last fashion item in this roundup is an accessory, and it is a pair of sunglasses. So recently I picked up my first ever pair of CELINEs. These are the new Audrey. They're one of their really, really classic styles, and I went for the new Audrey, which is the slightly squared version of the cat eye. It's quite oversized. I absolutely love the shape of them. I love that they're a squared cat eye. I just think they're really, really flattering, and I also like how far they come out here. I picked them up on a website called Smart Buy Glasses UK. They're basically a distributor for designer sunglasses, and they sell them at a slightly cheaper price, which is pretty great. So I'm going to leave the link to them below, and if you are looking for a pair of really nice designer sunglasses, I definitely recommend checking them out before you go into the department stores, because you can get them for a good bit cheaper there as well. So next up in my favorites roundup is kind of a tech product, but really I think it's more of a fashion accessory as well. These are the Friends Taylor headphones, and they are in the gunmetal and rose gold. They're so comfortable. They're kind of an oversized kind of fit, and they're just super cool. I use them all the time because I'm always listening to music or audiobooks or podcasts when I'm walking. So I have a spare pair of caps for these. I can just pop this off and pop a new pair on. So you can change up the look, which is really cool. And the sound quality is also really, really good. I'm not like a super headphone nerd, but I do like nice quality out of my headphones, and these are good. So I've just switched them up, which I think these are a little bit more statement. Definitely a current favorite. So now we are moving on to beauty, and I'm going to start with my current favorite lip combo. So I'm wearing this on my lips today, and it is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Abu Dhabi. Now I had quite a few of their shades already in the Soft Matte Lip Cream range, and they're all amazing, but I hadn't discovered Abu Dhabi yet. So recently when I was in Boots, I saw it was available, so I just picked it up. And it's probably my favorite shade of the whole range. It's kind of like this brownie 90s nude. It's a lovely color. It seems to go well with my complexion, and I just wear it all the time. It doesn't bleed, it stays on for ages, and even when it starts to kind of fade, it doesn't fade in that really gross, bitty, flaky way that some matte lipsticks do. It just kind of fades naturally. So the lip liner that I've been using with this is another cheap and cheerful find, and it is the Rimmel lip liner in Tiramisu. The writing is completely faded off this, but it is 050 Tiramisu, and it's just a really, really nice shade. Again, it's that kind of taupey brownie nude, and it complements this color. So I think these two colors are definitely a current fave, and I've been wearing them a lot. Next up in my beauty favorites is a moisturizer, and it is this Lancome Energy de V liquid moisturizer. Now as you can see, this is empty. I think I have about one application left, and I'm pretty devastated. So the reason why I love this liquid moisturizer so much is because of how light it is. Especially in the warmer months, I think having a light moisturizer is so essential. I personally really don't like heavy moisturizers most of the time, but especially when the weather's hot and you're warm at night, the last thing you want is to be slathering something heavy on your skin. So this is perfect. I'm gonna see if I can get anything out so I can show you. Oh, there we go. So it's basically a really, really light, let's see if we can, there we go. It's a really light consistency. It's almost like water, and oh my god, it smells so fresh and invigorating, and it just glides onto the skin really, really nicely. It doesn't leave any sticky residue. It sinks into the skin immediately, and it was my go-to moisturizer when I was away in Thailand. The weather there was so humid and so warm, and you didn't really want to wear moisturizer, but because you were getting sun on your skin, it was really, really important. Between the sun and the salt water in the sea, your skin definitely needed hydration, so that moisturizer was my go-to, and that's why it's completely empty. Price-wise, I think it's about 48 or 49 euros. I'll link it below if I can find it. It should be available to buy online. Next up in my beauty favorites, I have a contour product. So this is the YSL Couture Contouring Palette, and it is amazing, and it's a really, really light contour. So the reason why I am digging this product so much is because it's such a subtle contour, but it's really, really buildable. Up until now, I was a devout sleek contour kit fan. I know so many other people are. It's so, so good. But this for me is just one above. So it's a really light contour. I'm wearing it today It's very warm, but it's buildable. So I kind of topped it up before I filmed, so I'm obviously going to go a tiny bit heavier when I'm filming. But day to day, I just swipe it under my cheekbone and then under my jawline, and then I blend it in with a powder brush if I feel like it's too heavy. And then the lighter shade I've been using a little bit, but not too much. But it's the contour darker color that I love so much. So the price of this is a little bit more expensive. It obviously is a luxury beauty product, especially if you want that kind of natural contoured look and something that's not too heavy. I really love this one. And finally, in my favorites roundup, I have a scent that I've been loving. I'm actually really bad with perfumes. I never really think to go out and pick them up, but I was actually sent this as a press gift and I'm so pleased with it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So this is the YSL Mon Paris scent. Okay, a little disclaimer, I am really bad at explaining smells. Like, I'm really bad at describing perfumes. The best way I can explain this is that it's kind of a light perfume. It smells quite summery, it smells a tiny bit fruity, it's not too heavy, and it feels really feminine. So I've been wearing this day to day. I feel like it's a real daytime scent, and obviously it's really hard to explain what a perfume smells like over YouTube, but if you're in a shop and you see it there, have a little sniff and see what you think, because I have been loving this smell and I've been wearing it all the time. One last product that I want to show you guys, and I almost forgot it, which would be awful because it's probably my most favorite of the month. This is a dry shampoo from Tresemme. It's called Instant Refresh, and this is the best dry shampoo I've ever used. One of my absolute pet peeves with dry shampoo is when it leaves that like weird dusty residue on your hair. And I find that some of the cheaper brands do that, and it's just, I hate it. It's so annoying. I don't know what it is about this dry shampoo, but you can use so much of it on your hair and it does not give you that weird grey residue. And that alone is why it's my absolute favorite. I'm going to show you guys just how good it is. So like, here's my hair. Okay, so I just put a lot of it on my head. And with a little bit of froofing, like, it just looks so natural and it soaks up any like oil or anything like that. But I will legit be going in to repurchase this. This is going to be a staple for me from now on. I actually really want to get it in a travel size as well, so I can keep one in my bag. So good. So there you have it, guys. That is the roundup of all the products and bits that I have been loving recently. So I think after this I am going to try and do a rolling monthly favorites video, because it is really fun just to sit down in front of the camera and chat about some of my latest obsessions with you guys. So all the links to everything that I've mentioned will be in the description below, so have a look down there if there's anything that you are curious about. I will link everything that I can in the down bar. So if you liked this video, then feel free to give it a thumbs up, and if you have not already, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. I will leave the link in the description below. That is all for today, and I will see you on my next one. Bye!